Is not only a national champion and a state champion and a state champion and a state champion, and how many state champions? About 4, okay? We're here to celebrate Noah's commitment and his signing of his letter of intent to the University of Wisconsin, where he's going to become a Badger and continue on with his academic and athletic career. So congratulations to Noah for that. And as all of you know, Noah does embody the whole spirit of the scholar athlete. He's not just a kid that runs around in circles. He's very intelligent. We've always known that about him. His GPA is above board, number 2 in the class, I believe, at the time, right? Still. And is not only going to represent us athletically, but academically. He's very strong and a wonderful example of what we hope for and what we strive for as student athletes. So the athletic department, the school, the community, we're all very proud of you, Noah. We have a few people that are going to speak. And then Noah will introduce his guests. Actually, let's do that first. Will you introduce the guests you have with us while Coach Byrne warms up?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Most of you guys know these people, but from my left all the way to the right, we have my brother Ben, my mom Diane, my dad Gary, my youngest brother Isaac. In the front row, we have my grandma Jacobs, my grandma Bendis, and Grandpa Bendis is standing somewhere he's sitting with the camera right there. So those are my family guests here today, and everyone else. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and being here to support me and help me celebrate this. Thank you.
So the NCAA is very picky about having coaches present at these things. So we have kind of a stand-in for the Wisconsin coach. Coach Byrne has flown across the pond, or say the lake, or the street, to share some information. Coach, would you go ahead and step up? Not the real Coach Byrne, if anybody from the NCAA compliance office is here.
This whole time I thought I knew who I was. Well, I'm the stand-in Coach Byrne today, and I get to use a little bit of an accent because he's Irish, which is awesome. And so this letter that is written is to Coach Hyde about young Jacobs, which we cannot wait to get on our team. And it reads this way: Brian, first name basis. Congratulations on winning states last week. That was a superb team effort. To complement Noah's individual title, the whole Corunna community should feel very proud of Noah and the team. When I visited Corunna High School last month, it was obvious to me that it is a very special place. What struck me most was how engaging the entire athletic department staff were with all the teams. Several members of the staff visited me and welcomed me to the school, dare I say, as a Badger, in hostile Wolverine territory. That was comforting. To be honest, what sold me on Noah that day at school was not the obvious. His track times are what they are, but what struck me the most about Noah was his passion for his team. After every rep, I saw him cheering on his teammates, encouraging them to work hard and be better. At the next level, culture is so important. You have created a winning culture at Corunna, and I am confident that the lessons that you have taught Noah have prepared him for the success at the next level. Here at Wisconsin, we have a very rich tradition of success. Success doesn't happen without family, culture, and lifestyle. We're very excited to welcome Noah and his amazing family into our Badger family. I know that you have prepared him well for success as a Badger. Congratulations and continued success to all at Corunna High School. Signed, me.
Next up will be Coach Beldiga, who's going to share his insight from a track coach perspective, teacher, and community member.
Are you Irish?
I am not. So it's kind of nice, you know, coming off football as an assistant coach. I don't get to talk as much, so I wrote down quite a bit, and I'm going to go off my notes quite a bit because I didn't want to lay in bed tonight and think about things I should have said or could have said. And I didn't want to follow Mr. Hyde up because I knew that I couldn't. So, first of all, I want to thank everybody. This is amazing support for Noah. It seems like just yesterday, Coach Robinson and I were taking Noah up to a indoor meet up at Central Michigan University, and I remember just thinking to myself, if his legs run half as fast as his mouth does, he's going to have a great career because I don't think he ever shut up the entire time we were there. But you know, 4 years, it's incredible that 4 years later, you're looking at the greatest runner in Corunna High School history. Greatest runner in Corunna, and we've had some greats. The thing I think that sticks out to me about Noah is that we see just a fraction of his greatness. We see him when he's on the track, we see him when he's on the course, and he's not on the track or course very long, if you've seen his times. But we see just a small sliver of time. When we see him break records, we see him rewrite history books here at CHS and in the state of Michigan. But the remarkable thing is that Noah's great when the stands are empty. He's great when he's on the road by himself. He's great when he's doing a training run with his teammates. Those miles, those lonely miles in training is really his greatness. I love seeing when Noah breaks another record or wins a state title, indoors, outdoors, national level, state level. Everybody starts to tweet at him. Everybody likes his Instagram page or writes to him and says how awesome he is. If you really want to see Noah's awesomeness, go watch him attack an interval workout. Go watch him at the end of a meet when everybody's just itching to get out of there, get the team huddle and go. Watch him go run 1,000-meter pacers, 5, 6, 7,000-meter pacers. That's where his greatness is. When you think about it, all of us in this room, we probably have something that we're very passionate about, something that we would call our passion. That it might be a hobby, a pastime. It might be our job. But I don't know if there's another person in this room that can say that they've dedicated their whole heart, mind, and soul toward that passion every day. Day after day, sleet, rain, snow, wind, sunshine, when no one else was around for over 1,200 straight days. And that's why Noah's so special. You know, as coaches sometimes, when we go through the season, and practices get tough and games get tough, we see in our athletes' eyes that they're kind of going back to their default setting, that they're going through the motions. Unfortunately, as coaches, sometimes we accept that because it's hard to keep pushing people towards greatness day after day after day. I've never seen that with Noah in 4 years. I've never seen that in his eyes. And that's why he's so special. The only complaint I've ever heard Noah talk about in track when it comes to workouts wasn't how hard a workout was. It wasn't, he could have easily said, obviously Coach Veliga is not a distance runner. I don't have to listen to him talk about distance running to me. The only complaint he ever had towards me, or to me, was that he was doing some workouts that didn't incorporate his team enough. That's amazing. When you think about that, it's amazing. That's the only time he'd ever complained was, Coach, is there a way that we can incorporate my teammates into my workout more? Because I didn't want to go out there and do the workouts by myself. It's pretty remarkable. The other day my mom asked me, she goes, we were having a conversation, she was just amazed that Noah was going to Wisconsin. She goes, why Wisconsin? And I said it was easy. Coach Byrne, the culture that he has there, it's a team atmosphere. Noah wants to be a part of a team. 9 days ago when I went to the state meet and we watched the cross-country team win a state championship, not once did I ever hear him say, I finally won, I won a cross-country state title. He always said we. He was more excited for how his teammates ran than how he ran. And that's rare in high school athletics, that kids think that way. It doesn't happen very often. In track, I go back to how emotional he was after the regional meet. He ran 4 races at the regional meet. He qualified to the state meet every single race. Probably, hands down, one of the most single greatest days of track anyone has ever put in this high school. And he was emotional after the meet because we didn't win the region, because we came in second. A week later, we went to Micah, and Coach Robinson and I were having conversations. He said, What do you think about Noah in the 400? Which was that's kind of an oddball thing to do. Take the state champion in the 3200 and put him in a sprint race. And Noah could have easily said, I don't want to do that. I got MHSA state meet next week. Just let me run 1 or 2 warm-up races. We'll be good. Noah never complained, never resisted, and we won a MICA state title because of it. That's pretty remarkable. To me, it's that willingness to do what the team asks that's going to make him so successful at Wisconsin. Mark my word, I have no doubt Wisconsin, Coach Byrne, will win a national title with him on their team. I have no doubt. Okay? And that's pretty powerful to say that. Because ultimately, as I get down to the end of my notes here, when Noah leaves CHS here in a couple months, he's going to be remembered by his times. People are going to go in the gym and see those times and, oh, those are incredible times. And they are. Best times in the state. But I think it's Noah's legacy that will carry on. And when I talk about legacy, I talk about how people act and behave because you were a part of that program. And I think that is Noah's biggest gift to our athletic program. Records are going to come and go. I know Ben is already looking at Noah's 1,600 meter record, chomping at the bit. We'll just change the first name out. Okay, records are going to come and go, but the legacy that you leave behind, how other people act, train, behave because of what you did, I think is pretty powerful. And then lastly, I just want to say how fortunate and humbled I have been to hold a stopwatch during Noah's run here. People talk about emotional roller coasters and how they're up and down. And in 4 years, I've never had a down with Noah. Everything's been up. So I know in June, it's kind of weird for me because we have the indoor season coming up, or the outdoor season, so I know I have a lot of time with Noah coming up. But I know in June, watching him take off the Corona jersey one last time is going to be hard, and we'll deal with that later, not today. This is a celebration. But I just want to thank Noah, thank his family, and thank you for sharing your greatness with us. On Wisconsin.